What if I told you that the difference between feeling constantly tired and feeling powerfully alive could come down to just a few natural oils sitting quietly in your kitchen right now? What if improving your circulation, supporting your arteries, and boosting your daily energy didn't require something extreme, but simply choosing the right drops of nature's own medicine? Imagine waking up with warmer hands, sharper focus, and a heart that feels lighter because you're nourishing it the right way. Today, you're about to discover the oils that can help support healthier blood flow, starting tonight. Have you ever wondered why some people maintain strong circulation and steady energy even as they age, while others feel sluggish, heavy, and tired long before their time? It's a question I've asked myself often, because underneath it lies something powerful. Your arteries don't suddenly weaken overnight. They respond slowly, silently, to what you put into your body every single day. Today, I want to pull back the curtain on a topic surrounded by myths, marketing, and wishful thinking: the idea of cleaning arteries instantly. There's no magic liquid that melts plaque on contact, no oil that sweeps through the bloodstream like a detergent. But there are natural oils that support your cardiovascular system. Oils that improve the quality of your blood flow, soothe inflammation, and help keep your arteries supple and healthy over time. And when paired with smart habits, they become part of a daily rhythm that strengthens your heart instead of stressing it. Think of your arteries as living highways, flexible, responsive, and sensitive to everything passing through them. Every bite of food you take, every habit you repeat shapes those highways. Some choices create traffic, pressure, and narrowing. Others support smooth flow and ease. And when you understand which oils truly nourish your cardiovascular system, you give your body the tools it needs to function at its best. One of the most powerful oils is extra virgin olive oil. You've heard of the Mediterranean diet not because it's trendy, but because it has decades of research behind it. People living by the sea, cooking with olive oil, eating whole foods. They don't chase instant solutions. They build heart strength quietly through routine. Olive oil isn't magic. It's simply rich in antioxidants and healthy fats that help reduce inflammatory stress on your arteries. When inflammation drops, blood can travel more smoothly. Not instantly, but reliably. Another remarkable oil is omega-3 rich fish oil. Writers in books like The Blue Zones emphasize how people in long-living cultures rely on foods that calm the cardiovascular system, foods that reduce the internal friction your blood vessels feel day after day. Omega-3s support flexibility in blood vessels, allowing them to expand and contract with less strain. Again, not a miracle, not a fast fix, but a steady companion to healthier circulation. Then there's flaxseed oil, a plant-based source of the same heart-friendly fats. Some people avoid fish, and that's fine. Nature provides alternatives. Flaxseed oil supports blood flow by helping maintain a balanced internal environment. It's gentle, accessible, and easy to add to foods. Think of it as a small daily choice that supports your arteries the way stretching supports your muscles. Avocado oil is another quiet hero. It's heat-stable, mild, and full of monounsaturated fats. When people switch from heavy processed oils to something as clean and natural as avocado oil, they often feel the difference, not because the arteries suddenly transform, but because the body responds to reduced inflammation. Your energy changes, your clarity changes, your stamina improves. These are not miracles. They are biological responses to better nourishment. And finally, walnut oil, often overlooked but incredibly heart-friendly. Its profile of omega-3s and antioxidants helps support overall vascular health. Some authors describe walnuts as nature's brain food, but they're equally powerful for the heart. A spoon of walnut oil on a salad is a subtle decision that creates long-term benefit. But let me be clear, no oil, no drink, no ingredient will instantly reverse years of stress on your arteries. The word instantly. Part of our culture's craving for shortcuts. Real heart health is built the way confidence is built. Slowly, consistently, lovingly. What can change instantly is your mindset. The moment you choose nourishment over convenience, you begin shifting the destiny of your cardiovascular system. Think about the routine you live every day, the small choices, the quiet habits. Those are the real architects of your heart's future. Your arteries respond not to a single meal, but to the pattern of your meals. They respond not to one miracle oil, but to the total environment you create inside your body. So as you listen today, I'm not asking you to chase a magic fix. I'm inviting you to create a new rhythm, one where these oils support your heart, where movement supports your circulation, where sleep supports your recovery, and where your mindset supports everything else. Because the truth is simple. Your heart is not waiting for a miracle. It's waiting for consistency. It's waiting for you to choose foods that reduce friction, oils that support flow, habits that reduce stress, actions that remind your arteries they are still alive, flexible, and capable. If you take one message from this, let it be this: your arteries are not fragile pipes, they are living tissue. They heal, respond, and strengthen when you nourish them. And the oils you use, the foods you choose, the life you shape, these are the quiet tools that build real, lasting change. You don't need expensive cures. You don't need dramatic interventions. You need steady, heart-friendly choices repeated with intention. Because when you do that, your blood flows more freely. Your body works with less strain. Your energy rises. Your heart becomes a partner in your life, not a burden you fear. And that, far more than any promise of instant results, is how you build strong, healthy arteries for the years. What happens? Inside your arteries, in the quiet moments of your life, when you're eating, walking, thinking, or even sleeping, we rarely stop to picture it, yet this hidden world is where your future energy, strength, and vitality are being shaped every single day. Today's keynote invites you to step inside that world, to understand how your daily choices interact with your arteries, and to see why the oils you use become part of a much bigger story. The story of your blood flow, your long-term health, and the resilience of your heart. Imagine your arteries as living pathways, not rigid pipes, not hollow tubes, but flexible highways made of muscle and delicate cells. They are constantly responding, adjusting, expanding, contracting, reacting to everything you send through them. Every meal, every emotion, every night of sleep or lack of sleep leaves its mark. Most people believe arteries only get damaged by dramatic events, years of smoking, heavy fats, or extreme stress. But the truth is more subtle. Arteries are shaped by the smallest decisions repeated consistently. A little inflammation today, a little more tomorrow, and over time, the walls stiffen, thicken, and struggle to maintain smooth flow. This is where the oils you choose matter. Not as magic bullets, not as miracle cures, but as daily partners in keeping these pathways nourished and resilient. When you use heart-friendly oils, you reduce the constant friction your arteries feel. You lower the invisible pressure that slowly wears them down. These oils don't sweep through your bloodstream cleaning plaque like detergent. They work indirectly, steadily, helping your body create an internal environment where inflammation declines, stress calms, and healthy blood flow becomes easier. Think of extra virgin olive oil, for example. For thousands of years, people across the Mediterranean have used it not because of a trend, but because it makes their food and bodies feel good. There's something deeply educational about observing cultures that age gracefully. They don't chase overnight solutions. They rely on routine, on habits that they don't even think twice about. Olive oil is rich in antioxidants that support the inner lining of arteries, helping them stay flexible. Flexible arteries are like smooth roads. Blood moves easily, pressure remains balanced, and the heart doesn't have to work overtime. This isn't magic. It's biology responding to nourishment. Then consider omega-3 rich oils like fish oil. These fats don't clean arteries. They help maintain a calmer internal environment. When inflammation stays low, plaque is less likely to build aggressively. Think of your arteries like a riverbed. When the water is calm, the banks stay steady. When the water is turbulent, the sides erode. Omega-3 oils reduce the turbulence inside your bloodstream. They make the blood slightly more fluid, less sticky, more cooperative. Over time, this means smoother flow and less strain. Books about longevity often highlight the role of omega-3s, not as secret potions, but as natural tools that cultures across the world have leaned on, simply because they feel better on them. If you're someone who prefers plant-based options, flaxseed oil offers similar benefits. It is gentle, earthy, and incredibly supportive for your cardiovascular system. One of its strengths is how easy it is to integrate into daily life. You can drizzle it over salads, mix it into yogurt, or add it to smoothies. And every time you do, you are helping your arteries maintain a more balanced state. The body loves consistency. A spoon of flaxseed oil today won't transform your arteries instantly, but a spoon every day for months creates a noticeable shift. Your blood flows more freely, your heart works more comfortably, and your energy stabilizes. Avocado oil adds another dimension. This oil strengthens your heart indirectly by replacing unhealthy fats in your kitchen. When you cook with heavily processed oils, your arteries pay the price through increased oxidative stress. But when you switch to something as clean and steady as avocado oil, you reduce that stress dramatically. It contains healthy monounsaturated fats that support arterial elasticity, the ability of blood vessels to expand when needed. Think of it like maintaining the springs of a car. When they're flexible, the ride is smoother. When they're stiff, every bump becomes a problem. And then we have walnut oil, rich with a unique blend of nutrients that support both the mind and the heart. Walnuts have been called nature's brain food, but the same fats that nourish the brain also support the arteries. Walnut oil has plant-based omega-3s and antioxidants that help the arterial walls stay strong and responsive. Strong arteries don't collapse under pressure, they adapt. They handle stress without becoming damaged. And when your arteries are strong, your blood flow feels effortless. Your heart pumps with less strain. Your body feels lighter. But the most important lesson in all of this is that no single oil will save your heart. Heart health is not built in a single moment, but through repeated choices, small shifts, and daily commitments. You can pour the best oils into your diet, but if your lifestyle is full of stress, lack of sleep, little movement, or heavy processed foods, your arteries will struggle. Oils are powerful helpers, but they work best when paired with supportive habits. Hydration, walking, breathing deeply, sleeping enough, and minimizing processed foods. Your arteries have something remarkable in them, the ability to heal. They are living tissue. They respond to your choices. They repair when given the chance. Science once believed that arterial damage was permanent, but we now know the body is far more adaptable than we imagined. When you use heart-friendly oils, reduce inflammation, and give your arteries a calm environment, the healing process begins quietly and steadily. Not instantly, not dramatically, but reliably. So let this keynote remind you of something simple yet powerful. Every decision you make becomes part of the story your arteries carry. The oils you use, the foods you choose, the habits you maintain, all of them are signals to your cardiovascular system. And when those signals are supportive, your arteries respond with better flow, more flexibility, and greater resilience. This is not about perfection, it's about direction. Move toward nourishment, consistency, and care. Your arteries are listening. Your heart is waiting, and your future energy depends on the choices you make today. Have you ever stopped to consider how the word blood flow is really another way of saying life flow? The very thing that keeps you warm, focused, energized, and alive is carried in those streams moving through your arteries every moment. And yet, most people treat circulation like a background process. Something automatic, something distant, something that only demands attention when things go wrong. But blood flow is not just a biological mechanism. It is a reflection of how your entire life is functioning. When your circulation is strong, you feel grounded, alive, and capable. When it's weak, everything else, your energy, your mood, your strength begins to dim. That's why understanding how to support blood flow isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. In this keynote, I want you to picture your bloodstream not as fluid in a tube, but as a flowing river that carries the essence of who you are. Every cell in your body depends on this river. Every thought, every action, every movement is fueled by this flow. And one of the most powerful ways you can shape the quality of this river is by choosing oils that support your cardiovascular system from the inside out. But again, not because they are magic, not because they work like instant cleansers, but because they quietly create an environment where your arteries can thrive. Think about what happens when your arteries become inflamed, stiff, or narrowed. Blood has to push harder to get through. Your heart works overtime. Your energy drops. You begin to feel heavy, slow, and older than you actually are. Many people make the mistake of waiting for dramatic symptoms before taking circulation seriously. But poor blood flow shows up in subtle signs long before any diagnosis. Cold hands, low energy, sluggish thinking, reduced stamina. Your body whispers first. It's up to you whether you listen. Now imagine instead a scenario where your arteries are flexible, smooth, and open, like a river with clean, flowing water. This is what happens when you choose oils that support your cardiovascular system. They don't fix everything instantly, but they nudge your arterial environment in the right direction. They shift your biology from stress to support, from inflammation to ease, from stiffness to flow. Let's begin with something simple, the oils you cook with daily. When you use unhealthy processed oils, those that have been overheated, chemically altered, and stripped of their natural nutrients, you introduce oxidative stress into your body. This stress acts like sandpaper on the walls of your arteries. Over time, the irritation builds. The inflammation grows. The river becomes narrow and restricted. Many people use these oils every day without realizing the silent damage they cause. But when you switch to oils like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or walnut oil, your body feels the difference quickly, not in the form of cleaned arteries, but in reduced inflammation, improved nutrient delivery, and smoother internal function. These oils bring antioxidants and healthy fats that nourish your vascular system. They help your arteries stay more elastic, reduce internal friction, and support healthier blood pressure. When you choose these oils consistently, the benefits grow layer by layer, quietly but powerfully. Then there are the oils you don't cook with but consume raw, like fish oil or flaxseed oil. These oils contain omega-3 fatty acids, which are like peacekeepers inside your bloodstream. They calm inflammatory responses. They help keep blood from becoming overly thick or sticky. They support the fluidity of your circulation. And when your blood flows smoothly, everything in your body works more efficiently. Oxygen reaches its destination, nutrients are delivered, waste is removed, the river flows. But supporting blood flow is not only about the oils themselves, it's about the lifestyle that surrounds them. Oils are powerful, but they cannot overcome a life filled with stress, sleep deprivation, or inactivity. Blood flow improves most when your daily habits work together as a team. Walking even 10 minutes after meals helps your arteries stay active. Deep breathing sends waves of relaxation through your nervous system, which in turn relaxes your blood vessels. Hydration keeps your blood from becoming sluggish. Quality sleep allows your arteries to repair microscopic damage. These habits are not dramatic. They're not complicated, yet they are profoundly effective. When you pair heart-friendly oils with a supportive lifestyle, your blood flow becomes stronger not by accident, but by design. Your arteries begin to respond, your energy rises, your stamina increases, the clarity in your mind sharpens, you feel more alive because your body is working in harmony instead of conflict. People often ask, "Okay, how long will it take to see results?" And the truth is, some changes can be felt quickly. Energy improves, digestion eases, mental focus becomes clearer. These are signs your blood flow is improving. But deeper changes, the kind that reshape your vascular health, come from consistency. from showing up day after day with small, steady choices. The message of this keynote is simple but powerful. Your circulation is not predetermined. It is not fixed. It is not doomed by age or genetics. It is shaped by what you do every single day. And the oils you use can become one of your greatest allies in this process. Not because they are miracle workers, but because they support the body's natural design. Your arteries are meant to be flexible. They are meant to be smooth. They are meant to heal. When you choose oils that respect this design, and when you pair those choices with healthy habits, your blood flow becomes something you can rely on, not with fear, not with worry, but with confidence. You give your body the conditions it needs to thrive, and in return, it gives you the strength, clarity, and vitality you deserve. This is how you build powerful circulation, not instantly, but intentionally, not through shortcuts, but through consistent choices that honor the incredible design of your body. Have you ever noticed how differently your body feels on days when you eat well compared to days when you grab whatever is convenient? It's almost as if your bloodstream has its own mood. Light, strong, and flowing when nourished, but heavy, sluggish, and resistant when neglected. This is the hidden truth most people overlook. Your arteries are responding to everything you do, and they respond especially strongly to the oils and fats you consume. Not because these oils are magical, but because they influence the very environment your arteries live in. And it is this environment, calm or inflamed, nourished or stressed, that decides the quality of your blood flow. In this keynote, I want you to imagine something simple yet profound. Your arteries are constantly communicating with you. They speak in signals. Your energy levels, your stamina, your mental clarity, your warmth or coldness in your hands and feet, your ability to stay active without feeling drained. These signals aren't random. They are your body's way of telling you how well your internal environment is supporting circulation. Most people don't recognize these early messages. They wait for dramatic symptoms before caring about their arteries, but your body whispers long before it shouts. Now imagine listening to those whispers. Imagine noticing that your energy dips after meals, heavy in processed oils. Imagine noticing that you feel clearer, lighter, more alive when your meals include heart-friendly oils. These are not coincidences. They are reflections of what's happening inside your arteries. And the oils you choose day after day play a major role in shaping that internal landscape. To understand why, picture your arteries as soft, flexible tubes. Their job is delicate. They must expand, contract, and adjust every second of the day. They need to stay smooth on the inside so blood can glide effortlessly. When you use poor quality oils, hydrogenated oils, overly refined seed oils, or oils that have been heated to extreme temperatures, you introduce stress into this delicate system. These oils create oxidative pressure. They irritate the endothelial lining, the thin layer inside your arteries responsible for maintaining smooth flow. Over time, this irritation triggers inflammation. Slowly, silently, the arteries stiffen. But when you choose oils like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, walnut oil, or omega-3 rich oils, something very different happens. These oils do not irritate the lining, they nourish it. They reduce inflammatory stress. They support the natural release of nitric oxide, a compound your arteries use to stay open and flexible. They help your bloodstream remain fluid instead of sticky. They don't act instantly, but they shift your internal environment toward healing in ease. Let's step deeper into how this works. When inflammation is high inside your arteries, your blood flow becomes like a river trying to move through a narrowing canyon. It can still flow, but it has to work harder. Pressure builds, your heart strains, your energy drops. When inflammation decreases, the canyon widens. The river flows easily. Your body works as it was designed to. Oils rich in monounsaturated fats and omega-3s help create this widening effect, not by scraping plaque away, but by calming the environment so the arteries can function naturally. Another powerful element is how these oils influence the thickness of your blood. Without the right nutrients, blood can become heavier and more resistant. Omega-3 oils, for example, help maintain a smoother, more fluid consistency. Think of it as the difference between water and syrup. Water flows freely, syrup struggles. Blood that moves freely delivers oxygen faster, supports your organs better, and helps you feel alive rather than exhausted. But oils alone are not the entire story. What truly affects your blood flow is how oils interact with your lifestyle. If you use high-quality oils but pair them with a life full of stress, inactivity, and poor sleep, the benefits are limited. Stress tightens blood vessels. Lack of movement slows circulation. Poor sleep increases inflammation. This is why the most powerful transformations happen when oils are combined with simple habits like drinking enough water, walking after meals, sleeping deeply, practicing calm breathing, and eating whole foods. These habits don't look dramatic on the outside, but inside. Your arteries, they create a remarkable shift. Imagine a day where you begin with a balanced breakfast drizzled with olive or flaxseed oil. You take a short walk after eating, letting your muscles pull blood through your system. You hydrate consistently throughout the day, helping your blood remain smooth. You cook dinner with avocado or walnut oil instead of processed oils. You unwind before bed and sleep deeply, giving your arteries time to repair tiny injuries. What you've just imagined is not a single miracle moment. It's a pattern, a rhythm, a lifestyle that supports strong blood flow, a way of living that helps your arteries stay youthful even as the years pass. This is how long-term transformation happens, not through something you do once, but through something you repeat until it becomes part of you. We often underestimate the power of small daily choices, but your arteries don't. They remember every meal, every moment of stress, every night of good sleep, every tablespoon of nourishing oil. They keep a record, not to punish you, but because they are always trying to adapt to the environment you create. And this is the heart of today's message. You have more influence over your circulation than you realize. Your arteries are not fixed in their condition. They are responsive, adaptable, and capable of healing. When you choose oils and habits that support ease instead of strain, your body responds. Not instantly, not dramatically, but steadily, quietly, and powerfully. And over time, that steady change becomes life-changing. Your energy returns. Your stamina grows. Your heart works with less effort. You feel younger, not because of age, but because your blood flow is strong. This is the real path to better circulation, not shortcuts, not magic, but consistency, nourishment, and respect for the incredible design of your body. Have you ever paused to think out how much your arteries actually do for you every single day? Not just in moments of activity, but even in the quiet hours of the night. While you sleep, while you rest, while you sit in silence, your arteries continue working without hesitation, carrying blood, delivering oxygen, and transporting nutrients to every corner of your body. They never complain, never take a day off, never ask for recognition. And yet we often forget they exist until something goes wrong. What if we shifted that perspective? What if, instead of reacting to problems, we focused on supporting these vital pathways long before trouble ever appears? In this keynote, I want to explore a truth that many people overlook. Your arteries are living tissues that respond to patterns, not moments. They don't transform overnight, and they don't collapse overnight. They respond to the cumulative weight of your habits, your foods, your oils, your stress levels, your sleep quality, your movement. When these daily patterns support health, your arteries become strong, elastic, and resilient. When they don't, the decline is gradual but steady. That's why the idea of boosting blood flow is not about quick fixes. It's about creating the conditions your body needs to thrive. Think of your arteries as flexible branches of a living tree. When the tree is well watered, nourished, and protected, its branches grow strong. They bend without breaking. They bounce back after wind or pressure. But if the tree goes through years of neglect, dry soil, harsh sun, lack of nutrients, its branches become weak and brittle. They lose their resilience. The same thing happens inside you. Your arteries thrive when you give them consistent nourishment, especially from the foods and oils that reduce inflammation and support smooth blood flow. Now consider the role of inflammation. Chronic inflammation is like a slow burning fire inside the body. You may not feel it, but it quietly damages your tissues over time. When the inner lining of your arteries becomes inflamed, it loses its ability to relax. It can't regulate blood flow as effectively. It becomes more sensitive, more reactive, more vulnerable to the everyday stress of life. And here's where the oils you choose make an enormous difference, not by acting as miracle cures, but by calming that fire little by little. When you consume oils rich in monounsaturated and omega-3 fatty acids, you offer your arteries a layer of protection. These oils act like gentle shields, reducing oxidative stress and helping the lining stay smooth and functional. But the real power comes when you use them consistently, not once, not occasionally, but daily. This is what slowly shifts your internal environment from inflammation to healing. Many people underestimate the cumulative power of small changes.